Welcome to my channel Official History of Coins, and today we are diving into something hidden in plain sight, something millions of people have passed by without realizing that a small everyday object could quietly carry an incredible story and a shocking value tied to American history. Let's get started. The coin we are talking about today is the USA 2015 Saratoga National Historical Park quarter. And yes, in this script, we are focusing on one specific quarter coin that has captured the attention of collectors, treasure hunters, and people searching through old pocket change, hoping to discover something extraordinary. This quarter was released as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program created by the United States Mint, a long-running series designed to honor famous national parks and historic sites across the United States. The Saratoga quarter was issued to celebrate Saratoga National Historical Park in New York, the site connected to one of the most important victories of the American Revolutionary War. What makes this coin so fascinating is the powerful image on the reverse side. Instead of showing a building or landscape, the design features a close-up of a soldier raising a sword in triumph. That moment represents the surrender of British General John Burgoyne after the Battle of Saratoga in 1777, a turning point that changed the direction of American history forever. When this quarter was first released in 2015, millions of Americans received it in circulation without paying much attention. But over time, collectors started examining certain versions much more closely. Now here is where the excitement really begins. Even though many Saratoga quarters were produced, not all of them are equal. Some coins were struck with incredibly sharp details, while others developed unusual minting characteristics that collectors now chase aggressively. Certain examples from the Philadelphia Mint and Denver Mint began appearing with rare errors, strange doubling effects, unusual die cracks, and dramatic strike variations that pushed collectors into bidding wars online and at coin auctions. One reason this quarter became so talked about is because people started discovering that high-grade examples were becoming surprisingly difficult to find. Most quarters enter circulation immediately and get scratched, worn, or damaged within weeks. But when a 2015 Saratoga quarter survives in near-perfect condition, especially with brilliant luster and strong strike quality, its value can rise far beyond 25 cents. Some collectors spend years searching bank rolls, trying to locate one truly exceptional example. Another thing fueling the popularity of this coin is the emotional connection tied to the Revolutionary War theme. American history collectors love coins that tell a story, and the Saratoga quarter captures a dramatic victory that helped convince France to support the American colonies during the Revolution. That historical significance gives this coin an identity far stronger than ordinary modern quarters, and many buyers believe its importance will continue growing over time. What shocks many people is that some rare era examples of the 2015 Saratoga quarter have reportedly sold for hundreds and even thousands of dollars depending on condition and uniqueness. Coins with dramatic off-center strikes, doubled inscriptions, or major die errors can create huge excitement in the collector market because no two era coins are exactly alike. The rarer the error, the more collectors compete to own it. Imagine opening an old drawer, finding a dusty jar of spare change, and suddenly spotting a Saratoga quarter with mirror-like surfaces and almost no wear. That single moment is what keeps millions of coin hunters searching every day. Stories like these spread rapidly online because ordinary people have occasionally discovered valuable quarters hiding in common circulation. A coin ignored for years can suddenly become the centerpiece of a collection. The United States Mint produced these quarters in massive numbers, but collectors always separate ordinary circulation pieces from elite condition examples. A professionally graded Saratoga quarter with an extremely high mint state score can attract serious money because perfection is incredibly difficult to preserve. Tiny scratches, weak details, or dull surfaces can lower value dramatically, which makes flawless coins feel almost impossible to find. There are also collectors who specifically search for silver-proof versions of the 2015 Saratoga quarter. These were specially made for collectors using higher quality production methods and were never intended for normal circulation. Their sharper details and reflective surfaces give them a premium appearance that many enthusiasts love. Some of these proof versions, especially in pristine condition, can command impressive prices in the collector market. Another reason this quarter continues gaining attention is because the America the Beautiful series itself has developed a loyal following. People across the United States began collecting every design released in the program, and the Saratoga quarter quickly became one of the more memorable issues because of its bold military imagery and historic symbolism. As the years pass, demand from complete series collectors may continue pushing strong examples higher. Many collectors believe modern quarters like this are still underestimated because people assume only ancient or extremely old coins can become valuable. But history has already proven that modern coins with low surviving top-grade populations or dramatic mint eras can explode in price once collector demand intensifies. That possibility is exactly why so many people now inspect every quarter they receive. If you look carefully at this coin, you will notice details many people miss completely. The folds in the soldier's uniform, the raised sword, the texture in the design, and the lettering around the edge all combine to create a dramatic visual effect. On a sharply struck example, those details become incredibly attractive under proper lighting, especially when the original mint luster is still glowing. Collectors also pay close attention to where the coin was minted. A small P, D, or S mint mark can make a major difference depending on rarity, condition, and collector demand. Certain mint state examples from specific facilities are much harder to locate in exceptional grades, which is why grading companies and auction houses carefully document them. Now let's talk about the kind of prices that make people truly excited. Some ordinary circulated Saratoga quarters may only trade for small premiums, but rare high-grade specimens and dramatic era coins have reached astonishing levels. Exceptional examples have been advertised and sold for amounts ranging from several $100s to more than $5,000, depending on rarity, grading, and collector competition. Those headline-grabbing sales are what transformed this quarter into a serious conversation piece among modern coin enthusiasts. What keeps the dream alive is the fact that these quarters are still out there. Unlike ancient treasures locked away forever, Saratoga quarters can still appear in pocket change, old piggy banks, inherited collections, vending machine returns, or forgotten jars sitting inside family homes. That possibility gives this coin an exciting treasure hunt feeling that few collectibles can match. For many people, collecting coins is not just about money. It is about history, mystery, and the thrill of discovering something overlooked by everyone else. The 2015 Saratoga National Historical Park quarter represents all of that in one small piece of metal. It connects modern America to a revolutionary victory from centuries ago, while also offering the possibility of surprising value. So before you spend your next quarter without looking closely, stop for a moment and check the date, the design, and the mint mark. That ordinary-looking coin could be a Saratoga quarter with hidden collector appeal waiting to be discovered. One lucky find could completely change the way you look at spare change forever. And who knows, the next valuable Saratoga quarter might already be sitting quietly in your pocket right now, waiting for someone to finally recognize its true importance and incredible hidden worth. Next coin, the USA 2000 Maryland Statehood Quarter, is one of the most historically rich coins released in the famous 50-state quarters program created by the United States Mint. This coin was designed to honor the state of Maryland and features the beautiful Maryland State House, one of the oldest state capitol buildings still in continuous legislative use in America. Across the bottom of the coin appears the proud nickname, the Old Line State, a title deeply connected to Maryland soldiers who fought bravely during the Revolutionary War. When this quarter was first released in the year 2000, millions of Americans immediately noticed how different it looked compared to ordinary Washington quarters. The detailed dome of the Maryland State House gave the coin a classic appearance that collectors admired instantly. Many people saved the coin because it represented a major part of American history, and others believed certain examples could eventually become highly valuable collector pieces. The coin was produced as part of the second year of the 50-state quarters program, one of the most successful coin programs ever launched in the United States. The excitement surrounding these state quarters caused millions of families to begin checking pocket change every single day. Some people even built entire collections from circulation, hoping rare examples would one day become treasures worth serious money. What makes the Maryland quarter especially interesting is the connection between history and rarity. Even though large numbers were minted, collectors discovered that perfectly preserved examples were much harder to find than expected. Most quarters quickly became scratched, faded, or damaged in circulation, but coins that survived with sharp details and glowing mint luster began attracting attention from serious buyers. The Maryland State House shown on the reverse side is more than just a building. It represents one of the most important locations in early American government history. George Washington famously resigned his military commission there after the Revolutionary War, making the site deeply symbolic to the birth of the United States. That historical importance gives this quarter emotional value beyond its face amount. As the years passed, collectors started searching for unusual versions of the 2000 Maryland quarter. Some coins displayed dramatic minting errors, including off-center strikes, die cracks, doubled lettering, and other rare production mistakes. Error coins are highly desired because they are unique, and some examples have created huge excitement in the collector market. One of the biggest reasons this quarter continues attracting attention is because high-grade examples are becoming more difficult to locate. Coins graded at the highest mint state levels can command surprising prices because so few survive in nearly flawless condition. A single tiny scratch can lower a grade, so collectors pay enormous attention to detail when evaluating these quarters. Another fascinating aspect is the difference between regular circulation coins and proof versions. Special proof coins were struck with extra care for collectors and often feature mirror-like surfaces and exceptionally sharp details. Some silver-proof Maryland quarters have become highly desirable because of their beauty and limited production compared to ordinary circulation pieces. Collectors also pay attention to mint marks on this coin. The quarter was produced at both Philadelphia and Denver facilities, and some collectors try to complete full sets with the best examples from each mint. Certain high-grade coins from one mint can become significantly more valuable depending on population numbers and collector demand. What surprises many people is how valuable modern quarters can become when they combine rarity, condition, and strong collector interest. Many Americans still assume valuable coins must be centuries old, but the Maryland quarter proves that modern coins can also capture serious attention. Some exceptional examples have sold for hundreds and even thousands of dollars when certified in elite condition. The excitement grows even more when rare error coins enter the market. Imagine discovering a Maryland quarter with a dramatic strike error or unusual doubling hidden inside a handful of change. Stories like that continue motivating coin hunters around the world. One unusual coin can suddenly become the centerpiece of an entire collection. There are collectors who specifically search through bank rolls, hoping to uncover untouched state quarters from the early 2000s. Because so many of these coins circulated heavily, finding one with perfect surfaces and original brilliance can feel like discovering buried treasure. That thrill keeps the demand alive year after year. The design itself also helps this quarter stand out. The dome of the Maryland State House creates a strong visual centerpiece, while the surrounding inscriptions give the coin a clean and elegant appearance. Under proper lighting, an uncirculated example can look incredibly impressive, especially when the surfaces still reflect the original mint shine. Over time, more collectors have started believing that state quarters will become increasingly valuable because they represent a complete historical series tied to all 50 states. The Maryland quarter remains one of the most recognizable designs from the collection because of its deep Revolutionary War connections and historic symbolism. Many collectors believe the future value potential of this coin remains exciting. As more coins become damaged, lost, or worn down through circulation, the number of top-quality survivors continues shrinking. That natural decline in pristine examples could push elite-condition Maryland quarters even higher in the years ahead. Right now, ordinary circulated versions can still be found in change, but strong uncirculated examples and rare mint errors already command serious premiums. Coins with rare characteristics have reportedly reached values from several $100s to more than $4,000, depending on condition, rarity, grading, and collector demand. Those eye-catching prices continue attracting new collectors into the market. Another important factor is nostalgia. Millions of Americans remember the excitement of collecting state quarters during the early 2000s. That emotional connection keeps interest strong because people love owning coins that remind them of childhood collections, family memories, and the excitement of searching through spare change. The Maryland quarter also appeals to history enthusiasts who admire America's founding era. Because the design honors one of the nation's most historic government buildings, collectors often view the coin as a small tribute to the Revolutionary period. That historical depth gives the coin lasting appeal far beyond ordinary modern currency. Some collectors store these quarters carefully for decades, believing future demand could become much stronger once younger generations begin rediscovering the state quarter series. Coins that seem ordinary today can become highly competitive collectibles later, especially when certified in exceptional condition by professional grading companies. Every year, more people begin checking jars, drawers, and old collections, looking for forgotten state quarters that might contain hidden value. The possibility of finding a rare Maryland quarter with pristine surfaces or a dramatic error keeps the excitement alive. Even one lucky discovery could turn an overlooked 25-cent coin into something worth hundreds or thousands of dollars. The USA 2000 Maryland statehood quarter continues proving that history, rarity, and collector passion can transform an everyday coin into a remarkable collectible. For anyone willing to look closely, this quarter represents far more than spare change. It represents a piece of American history with the potential to grow into an even more valuable treasure in the future. Second coin, the USA 2022 Dr. Sally Ride quarter, became one of the most talked about modern American coins the moment it entered circulation, because it honored a true space pioneer through the historic American Women Quarters program created by the United States Mint. This coin was released to celebrate Dr. Sally Ride, the first American woman to travel into space, a scientist whose achievements inspired millions across the world. USMint Gov+1. When collectors first saw this quarter in 2022, many immediately realized it was different from ordinary modern coins. Instead of another standard design, the reverse side showed Dr. Sally Ride beside the Space Shuttle Challenger and stars representing her incredible journey into space. The design gave the coin a futuristic and historic feeling at the same time, making it one of the standout releases in the entire American Women Quarters series. USMint Gov+1. This quarter was created because the United States wanted to honor important women whose achievements changed American history forever. The American Women Quarters program began in 2022 and was designed to recognize women from fields such as science, civil rights, arts, education, and space exploration. Dr. Sally Ride became one of the first women selected because her achievements completely transformed the image of women in science and space travel. USMint Gov+1. The history behind Sally Ride herself is one of the biggest reasons collectors feel emotionally connected to this coin. In 1983, she flew aboard the Space Shuttle Challenger and became the first American woman in space. That moment shocked and inspired the world, and decades later her image was permanently placed onto American currency so future generations would remember her accomplishments. USMint Gov+1. Millions of these quarters entered circulation across the United States, but collectors quickly started saving them because they believed the coin could become one of the most important modern quarters ever released. The combination of space history, modern design, and cultural importance created enormous demand among collectors, especially among people building complete American women quarters sets. One reason so many people want to buy this coin is because the American Women Quarters program already has a massive following. Collectors across America began hunting for every release in the series, and the Dr. Sally Ride quarter instantly became one of the most recognizable designs because of its strong connection to NASA and American space exploration. Another reason collectors chase this quarter is because certain examples are much rarer than others. Even though hundreds of millions were minted in Philadelphia and Denver, finding coins in near-perfect mint condition is far more difficult than people expect. Most quarters quickly become scratched, dull, or damaged once they enter circulation, but pristine examples with sharp details and bright surfaces can become highly desirable. USA Coin Book +1. Collectors also became fascinated with possible mint errors connected to this coin. Some people reported unusual strike-through marks, lettering issues, dyed chips, and other minting abnormalities that created huge excitement online. Error coins often attract aggressive bidding because every unusual mistake makes the coin feel unique and harder to replace. Reddit +1. There are coin hunters today searching through rolls of quarters every single day, hoping to find a rare Sally Ride error coin hiding in circulation. That excitement keeps demand alive because nobody knows when the next unusual example might appear. A single dramatic mint error can suddenly transform an ordinary-looking quarter into a highly valuable collectible. Another major factor increasing attention around this coin is the emotional connection people have with space exploration. NASA history has always fascinated collectors, and the Sally Ride quarter represents one of the most inspirational moments in American scientific achievement. Coins connected to famous historical milestones often attract stronger long-term collector demand than ordinary circulation pieces. The coin's design itself is another reason collectors admire it so much. The detailed portrait of Sally Ride, combined with the shuttle imagery and clean inscriptions, gives the coin a modern appearance unlike older state quarters. Under bright light, high-grade examples can look extremely sharp and impressive, especially when the original mint luster remains untouched. Many collectors believe modern commemorative quarters like this could become far more valuable in the future because younger generations are already building complete sets. As more coins disappear into collections or become damaged through circulation, the number of pristine survivors naturally becomes smaller every year. That shrinking supply can increase competition for top-quality examples. Current values already show strong collector interest. Standard circulated examples may still appear in pocket change, but brilliant uncirculated coins and proof versions can sell for several dollars to much higher amounts depending on condition and rarity. Some elite certified examples and rare errors have reportedly reached values from hundreds to more than $2,500 in the collector market. Coins value +1. Another exciting part of this story is the existence of San Francisco mint-proof versions and silver-proof editions. These special collector coins were struck with extra care and often display mirror-like surfaces and sharper details than normal circulation quarters. High-grade silver-proof examples are especially admired because they combine precious metal content with historic significance. Coins value +1. Many collectors also believe this quarter has long-term historical importance because it represents a turning point in American coin design. For decades, quarters mostly featured states, parks, or traditional symbols, but the American Women Quarters program introduced a completely different direction focused on influential women who shaped American society. The popularity of Dr. Sally Ride herself continues helping this coin grow in demand. Schools, science programs, museums, and space enthusiasts still celebrate her legacy today. Every time new generations learn about her achievements, interest in memorabilia connected to her life grows stronger, and that includes this famous quarter. People who ignored modern quarters in the past are now paying close attention because stories of valuable Sally Ride quarters continue spreading online. Videos, auction listings, and collector discussions have convinced many treasure hunters that rare modern coins are still hiding in circulation waiting to be discovered. Another thing fueling the excitement is the belief that top-grade certified examples may become increasingly competitive in future auctions. Registry set collectors often pay enormous premiums for the finest known examples because perfection is extremely difficult to preserve on circulating coinage. One tiny mark can separate an average coin from a premium collectible. Some collectors are even storing unopened rolls and mint sets containing the Sally Ride quarter, believing sealed examples may become more desirable years from now. As the American Women Quarters program eventually ends, early releases like Sally Ride could become some of the most heavily collected coins from the series. Reddit +1. The excitement surrounding this quarter proves that modern coins can still capture the imagination of millions. You do not need a centuries-old treasure to own something valuable. Sometimes a coin released only a few years ago can already attract enormous collector attention because of history, design, rarity, and emotional significance combined together. The USA 2022 Dr. Sally Ride quarter represents much more than 25 cents. It represents courage, scientific achievement, American history, and the dream of exploring beyond Earth itself. For collectors and treasure hunters, that combination makes this quarter one of the most exciting modern coins to search for today, and many believe its strongest values may still be waiting in the future.